Hi guys, a quick intro to one of the plugins that, website that I just recently came across, which is super awesome for your emails. So I'm going to share my screen with you so you can have a little bit of a look here. Now, I've got MailChimp open. That's not it, but it is going to come back into the MailChimp program in a minute. The name of this is Motion Mail Timer, motionmailapp.com. Yeah, motionmailapp.com. Remember that. So we're going to go to Motion Mail and we're going to create a timer. So just down here, it's just motionmailapp.com. If you click on create a timer, it will take you through the process of logging in. You can select the basic plan and try and do it on the basic plan. I actually have upgraded my version to the $10 a month version quite simply because I didn't want the branded content. But if you're just like starting out with this, guys, there's no reason why you can't use the free plan. It's fine. So I'm on the Bootstrap plan. It's just automatically logged me in. If you don't have an account yet, don't worry. Just like put your username and your details in, create a password, and it's just like a regular login process, super simple to follow. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to create a new timer. Yep, so I can click here or I can click over here. So I'm going to create a new timer. As you can see, I've got two timers there. And I can select whichever one I want. I'm just going to select this one because I like the look of it. And I'm going to call the timer name, whatever, test. Let's just call it test. And then this is important. So this is going to be the date that's going to be the deadline for my course. So this is going to be the last date for my course that people can enroll. Does that make sense? So in the live launch cycle, I run through a 3-week, 4-week process, but basically each month I'm releasing my product to the public, I'm launching it, and then I'm closing enrollments. Now, when I get a bit more volume on my products, I might change that to like 3 months. And it's really just so that, number one, I can service my clients a bit better, so that I'm not having too many people like in that launch. But it also helps to create that deadline, that sense of urgency with a product having an end launch date. So I highly recommend that this is how we launch it. So I'm just going to choose an end date. So in this case, let's make it, say, the 30th of September. And the time, I can make it whatever time I want, but like, let's just choose the current time. That's fine. And the time zone is going to be whichever your time zone is. So that's my time zone there. So I'm going to click that in, and then language is English. And then we can have the design. Now I'm just going to leave this as is, but you can basically have a solid color. You can have a background color as well. Let's just make the background color, like I could make it pink if I want. And so if I scroll down here, I can actually see the information. So I'm going to change my text color to black just so it will stand out a little bit better. It just takes a little while to upload and update this. Yeah, so can you guys see that? And actually, I preferred the white background. I don't know about you guys. But yeah, you can play around with what you think looks good. There's so many different ways you can do it. So that would just be a simple one. And so I'm going to save that timer. So let's just click on Save the Timer. Right. And so now it's taken me to a new page, and this is the important thing we need here. Just right here, you can see this bit here. Okay, so all we need to do, we're going to copy this, right? Yep. Now, simple, simple, simple. Click here to learn how to add our embed code into your email. We're going to click on that, guys. And there's the full instructions depending on which email provider you're using. I'm using MailChimp, and it literally talks you through how to use MailChimp. But this is simple in MailChimp. I'm sure in some of the others, there might be a few other things to do, but you've got all of the lists here, okay? You've got all of the information you need. So I'm going to go back to my MailChimp, and I'm going to go to one of my campaigns. So let's just go to this campaign here. Look, let's go to my live launch sequence, because that would be the campaign we're going to use this on the most. And so in some of those live launch sequence emails, you will see that there is like the deadline driven urgency, and we're saying this is when the course date is going to end, guys. This is when it's like your last chance to actually enroll in this course. So with that, what we're going to do, and like I'll just use this one as an example, I'm going to click into the design email, Don't click delete email by accident. That's not good. Right, so here we are. We've got the design of the email, and guess what? I'm going to put in just right here. I have this little thing called code, and so I can pop this code wherever I want. I'm going to put it at the end of the email because that's where it would usually go. Yeah, scrolling down, scrolling. Right, so I'm going to put it at the end of what my text is, right there. Yeah, and can you see here it says use your own custom HTML. And all I have to do in here, because I've already copied that custom HTML, I'm just going to select that and I'm going to click Control and paste. Yeah. And whoop-de-doo, have a little look-see at that. How good does that look, guys? Yeah. I'm going to save and close. And there we go. It's on the bottom of my email. Super, super easy. I can actually probably from here also center it and do a whole bunch of things, but I've got my actual countdown there. And if you have a look at that, it's like until the 30th of September, right now it's 38 days, 23 hours, 55 minutes, 46 seconds. And you can actually see that countdown. You can see that timer so you know it's a real date. And so this is really awesome when you are launching your deal to the public and you have a specific date in mind. It's super for that. And so that's how we want to do it. And then from there, just obviously to exit, we're just going save and continue. I hope that makes sense, guys. I'm just going to stop the share now. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to email me. But it is a great little tool and so easy to use. So yeah, enjoy using it and give me your feedback on what you think. Thanks, guys.